It's that time of the year where all the gamers start doling out their list of top 10s, top 5s, and their coveted games of the year. And now to present the award for Game of the Year, Mini John. Oh, he's got a knife. But I'm not like the other girls. I'm much worse. And I like to do my games of the year in a whole weird way, where we have 3 sections of 3. Those being my top 3 games of 2024 that I didn't get the chance to play, my top 3 games that I played in 2024 that didn't come out in 2024, and finally my top 3 games of 2024. So here are my games of the year. Nobody cares about your job, your salary, or the car you drive. They only care about how many hours you spent gaming this year. Life is too short to spend it making memories. That's wasted time where you could be gambling and playing Fortnite. When you look back on your life, what really matters is how much XP you got. Yeah, I don't want that to be me, so I didn't get the chance to play every game this year, so here are my top 3 games of 2024 that I didn't get the chance to play. For me, these 3 were Silent Hill 2 Remake, Black Myth Wukong, and Neva. Silent Hill is a series that I've just never gotten around to, but the updated graphics and gameplay have drawn in my eye, as well as the experience I had with Dead Space, which was the first survival horror game I really fell in love with. Black Myth Wukong is another game that I really wish I got to this year, as the visual style and gameplay of which looked excellent as it relays the story of a journey to the West. And also you play as a monkey, and I'm really into that kind of thing. Ooh, ah, ah. And the final game that I really missed out on this year was Neva, and I don't really have a good excuse for this one. It was at a low price, it comes from the same developers as one of my favorite games ever, Grease, and I had ample time that I could have fit it in. I'm sad that I missed it, as it looks like an amazing game, and I'm excited to play it here soon. Okay, but now for the games that I did play in 2024, but that didn't come out in 2024. Who the heck cares? You do. First off, we have the Dead Space remake. I just talked about this, but the Dead Space remake was one of the first survival horror games I ever truly fell in love with. I felt immersed within the USS Ishimura, I felt scared of the monsters that might come around every corner, and I felt absolutely locked in on this wacky story as each piece unfolded in a way I could have never expected. The updated graphics of this game look gorgeous, and the gameplay was tight and intense as you try to saw off the limbs of the enemies as they rush you. The survival horror genre has always been one that I have avoided, but Dead Space has brought me in a way that I never could have expected, and I'm super excited to try out more. But enough talking about death, now we have to talk about death. At number 2, we have Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer has been on my list forever, as I love games that grapple with the ideas of grief and loss, and while I do think Spiritfarer is a bit long in the tooth, its ability to make you fall in love with the characters and then break your heart when they have to go is something that I've never experienced in a game. The emotions created by each interaction are excellent, the visuals are beautiful and stunning, and the moment-to-moment gameplay is quite fun. There are very few experiences like Spiritfarer, and it's one I absolutely recommend everyone play at some point. It's heartbreaking, but it's necessary, and the gaming medium is far better off because it has Spiritfarer in it. But finally, my favorite game that I played this year but that didn't come out this year is Jusant. Jusant isn't one of those indie games that people talk about for years down the line. Jusant isn't a game that is used to instruct indie developers on how to design a game, and Jusant isn't something that a normal YouTuber would make a lore video about, but Jusant is excellent. It is a very simple climbing game. It has a light smattering of story, it has beautiful visuals, excellent pacing, wonderful music, and a relaxing vibe that caught me just at the right time. There are so many of these awe-inspiring moments in Jusant, gliding through the cave of jellyfish, riding on the back of a celestial whale, and scaling the star-studded final monolithic rock. Its start is so unassuming, but the journey it takes you on is brief but beautiful. This, all backed by simple yet incredibly satisfying climbing mechanics, makes for an experience that I'm excited to go back to. Okay, but now for my top 3 games of 2024, and I really wanted to fit the brick joke somewhere in here, but I just couldn't find a good place for it. Oh, thank goodness you're here! Why? First off, at number 3, we have Balatro. It was the year of the indie for me, as 4 of my 6 favorite games came from small studios, 2 of which were solo developed. Balatro could not be forgotten among my games of the year. I've got it on my phone, I've got it on my Switch, and I've got it in my head as I'm always thinking up unique ways to make an unending run. Let's threaten the dealer. No, I don't think we should do that. Finding combinations of cards, jokers, and coins is an exhilarating joy as it ticks every bit of dopamine a roguelike deck builder possibly could. It is the exemplification of the genre, cutting every ounce of fat it can while creating something with incredible depth and replayability. For me, it also broke the roguelite frustration, as starting anew and trying to make an even better combination is a joy of its own. Following that, at number 2, I have Astrobot. I am a sucker for 3D platformers, and Astrobot is the best one I've played since Mario Odyssey. Each level of Astrobot is a playground of experimentation and of joy. It's a celebration of all the years of PlayStation, but it's also a great game that stands on its own with its reactive world. The controller is such an essential part of this experience as it vibrates as you walk through grass, tinks and clicks as you slide across ice, and rumbles as you deflate Astrobot in his balloon form. There are so many different ideas thrown out by this game, but they never overstay their welcome, each offering emergent gameplay and putting a smile on the player's face. This game is pure joy, and it firmly plants itself among the all-time greats of the genre. But finally, at number 1, my game of the year is Animal Well. Animal Well stands among the most immersive and excellently designed games that I have ever played. So many games, including indies, try to be everything and end up being nothing, but Animal Well is a focused experience. It knows exactly what it is, and it hones in on that so excellently. The ambiance and vibes are nostalgic, warm, and overflowing with life. The gameplay is creative, experimental, and joyful, and the secrets are an onion in which each layer reveals more depth. This world is so beautiful to look at, so tactile, and so unique. It never breaks immersion for even 1 second, and every piece of it feels so purposefully placed, every puzzle so tightly designed, and every interaction so magical. Diving into the well is this incredible experience. From its glowing flora to its fun tools and weird mysteries, Animal Well is an unmissable experience, and it's my game of the year. It's been a great year for video games and another great year to do Blurbs. I'm so happy with the amount of growth this channel is seeing this year. So happy to see all of these new commenters and faces and interact with them in nice and joyful ways. You guys have always made this worthwhile, and I'm so happy to make videos for you all. Thank you guys for all of the support you've shown this channel, and I'm excited to keep this Blurbs train a-rolling, but I'm a little sad to see 2024 go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.